Hello, everyone. This is day one of my little world. I was mainly checking it out to work on using the flashback mod. So here is day one of my exploring. I did start in the Maplewood area. I had already done a slight bit of exploring while I was working on the flashback mod and tweaking it. When I left here, I did unfortunately go the wrong direction because this game makes me 100% directionally challenged. Um, and I simply can never remember which way I'm going. Even with my mini map and my map, sometimes the directions just don't ever click for me. So I did go the wrong direction, but here I am coming back and not boating in a straight line. But I do boat a lot better than when I first started playing Minecraft earlier this year. So, again, this is me exploring. This is Maple Woods. It is part of an additional biomes mod that I have. If you don't like the animal cruelty here, then you can look away. But I did need to collect food, as that is typically one of the first things that I do. Is I try to get food and wool, although it didn't go into my inventory that time. But still, I try to get food to obviously to cook for once I get my furnace, or just to have in my inventory to eat when hearts are depleting. Um, yeah, so this area, I really do like this area. I have encountered it on other servers and really like the red trees. I love the fall vibes. I don't know if I'm actually going to end up building in that area. I might do areas with a few different builds, but I really do think it's really pretty. The reds are fantastic. They aren't actually maple trees, though. I believe they are fir trees, actually. I could be very wrong about that, though. But anyway, or maybe it's just the other ones. I was going through here. My minimap did struggle to load on the flashback. So I did, there's like a few little like tiny island areas around here that I really liked, but for a build, but I wasn't 100% sure on if I would actually want to build a house there. So at this point, I was just looking for a place to be able to park my stuff. I wanted to be able to set down a chest, set down the extra waystone that I had, because I do have a waystone mod for easy teleportation between areas. Like I said, I'm directionally challenged, so I typically cannot find the same thing twice. So I have my waystone, and I just wanted to find a place to park it, along with, like I said, chests, crafting table, furnace, etc. Just so I could clear my pockets and continue exploring was my main goal. So I did start by going to, you'll see me on this little island, and that one was a weird layout for me. So I did scooch on over to the next one, and I did consider it, but then wasn't a huge fan of like the actual space. And I'm a big fan of like rebuilding biomes. I will re-dirt so much of it. But this one definitely was going to need a lot of widening out. And I wasn't entirely sure that I wanted to do that. But I did like the flat space. Because again, with me fixing biomes, it is something that like I will flatten hills, I will flatten mountains to have a nice clear space. But this one did not feel like it was enough space for me. So on to the next area I go. Now, I will say, I have tried hardcore. I don't believe I can be a hardcore player, to be quite frank. I will, I will try, but one thing I am very good at in Minecraft is dying. So we will encounter that here. I don't know why I felt like I could approach this guy, but I did. So I mean, what can you do? I guess you just gotta try, and it's just me and my wooden sword against the world. So here I am being shot very, very quickly. And I did not set a respawn point close to where I was killed. So I did spawn back in the village, which luckily I had hit a bed there, and the waystone. So, like, I was kind of set there. I did come back to the village that was closer to where I wanted to build at, because I did not end up looting this area. So I did go ahead and loot the houses. I ended up getting a ton of bundles. Like, I have not a full bundle, but I have bundles of bundles, um, which I am super happy about, considering I am going to go do more exploring in part 2 as I hopefully find another area to build in. But finding villages is always a great thing. So food and villages are typically the first few things that I like to do. Again, you have the chests in the buildings, and they typically have food in them, or you might get lucky and get armor, might get lucky and get some iron weapons, which one of the villages did have an iron sword in it. And I was like, amazing, I don't have to walk around with this wooden sword anymore. Although it would have been fine, because that is the game. That is the early game. You don't immediately pop off with iron unless you have a mod installed for that. But as I mentioned before, I'm directionally challenged. So when I do go to villages and I go to loot them, I do tend to forget which houses I go to. So this part is going to be a little bit sped up. Sorry for that underground look there. So it is going to be a little sped up here, because I will go into the same couple of houses over and over, as if I didn't just visit them and didn't just open the chest in there. Yeah, for some reason I tend to do that. I need a better way of actually marking where I've been. I know some people are like, I like to leave the door open, and as soon as I do that, a villager will close it. So that to me isn't my best option, because I simply can't rely on the fact that they'll leave the door open. So, like I said, again, I went to the same houses. I don't even know what I was doing, to be quite frank. I went in them like they had new items. They were not going to have new items, just a silly goose. That's all. But yeah, so I did. I don't recall if I ended up taking a bed from this village or not. And for some reason, I decided to continue my travels at nighttime. I should have slept. But again, silly goose behavior. For some reason, I think that I can conquer things at night without torches and whatnot. So here I go again, directionally challenged, going the wrong way, despite the fact that I typically have my mini-map set to north, and I do waypoints and whatever, but I do get turned around very easily. So that is my bad. But I did go back to this little island that I had kind of looked like a good area to put my stuffs. So I wanted to go back to that and just kind of see, would it also be a good area for a house? Because I had seen this one on the map and I was like, ooh, this one looks a bit bigger, a little bit more opportunity for building, and just more space to put things. But alas, I am very good at dying, so I did not have a chance. Well, I had plenty of chances to remake my sword, and I did not. I did slow this part down for cinematic effects. There also was a creeper, a couple creepers. I think the skeleton ended up dying by creeper as well, and I just backed right up into this one. Amazing. So again, back at the village, because I did not reset my spawn point again. So to the Waystone I go. To the Waystone I arrive, and I'm back at the Maplewood Village. And again, for some reason, checking houses. I think this was the one I took the bed finally this time. So, and somehow, even though I check the houses multiple times, I do end up somehow missing houses. So I guess I recheck them because I do forget to actually get things from all of them. Or I'm like, ooh, I did not see this house the last time, and I go check it out. So somehow that happened here, and I did find a house that I didn't check. The skeleton did creep up on me, had the perfect opportunity to shoot me, and then give up. And then walked away. And I, when I looked back at the recording, I was like, what are you doing, sir? Like, why are we what we are? So I got that chest looted, and again, I think I ended up grabbing a bed in this one, but playing a little bit stupidly, I guess, because that is typically not how I play early game. I realize it's still going to be early game here in day 2, but again, you saw me check these houses twice already. It's a personal problem as far as checking these houses. So, I did sleep in that one. As we can see, it is daytime now, and I should have a bed now. So heading back to the area that I kind of spotted for my stuff. Luckily, that creeper did not follow me, and that drowned did try to shoot at me, but I beat him out of the water. So heading back over to this direction, I observed the hole that I fell in. I did successfully kill an on fire zombie. I believe, that wasn't my first kill of the save, but it certainly feels like it looking at it right now. But yes, observed the hole and decided to chop some wood because I knew I needed to make the chests, right? So, I do have a wood chopping mod on, and it is, as long as you're hitting it with an axe, the whole tree will fall. So it's super handy. As I shouldn't say a lot of my deaths, because we just, witnessed 2 via skeleton or mob. But a lot of deaths tend to be from falls from heights. So I was avoiding that in the save by just making the trees easier. I will say that some of the trees that are in special biomes packs do not always apply with that mod, and they might be a bit bigger, so they can't fully chop down. But here I am setting up just a really basic chest area, so that way I can empty my pockets, and also just set up that waystone so I can come back to this area where my stuff is. And then I went off exploring again because I had not gone mining yet. So I did try to find an area kind of nearby. Again, like I said, I had a waystone, so I wasn't really worried about getting back to my stuff. It was set, my pockets were empty, so it was time to go get stone and potentially hunt for iron and copper. With this being the most recent Minecraft version, I do have the copper tools on. So I actually do want to hunt for copper this time and be able to utilize copper tools, which I actually prefer over gold tools. I do feel like they last quite a bit longer. Although I typically don't make anything out of gold unless it's a stray helmet or chest plate to go into the nether. Or if I just happen upon those. And I also use gold to trade with piglins. But otherwise, gold is typically not a resource that I use. And then here I am heading up, because that was a water path. So I was like, I can't actually fit in here anywhere. I'm not going to mine underwater because I don't have any enchanting whatsoever to be able to mine underwater. I got a wooden pickaxe and a dream. And to speed this up, I've gotten a lot better at actually making staircases to be able to get back out if I need to. I used to be really bad at it, and I would just mine straight down. Coal, also a huge resource to look for early game, and obviously need that for furnace purposes when we don't have a lava farm. And like I said, copper, amazing resource for right now. I did have to make a stone pickaxe, as the copper could not be mined with the wooden, which I honestly didn't realize because I don't think I've tried mining it with a wooden pickaxe. I typically come down with a stone pickaxe, but stone or better. So I didn't realize that. And I did happen into another water spot, but this had a lot of coal in it, so I did go ahead and take all of that out. And sorry for the cinematic turn there. For some reason, I decided to not get out of the water here. I thought that there might be an out somewhere, and there was not. So, what did I do about that? Absolutely nothing. I accepted my fate. Because what else are you going to do when you are directionally challenged and are stuck underwater? Well, you're just going to let your breath meter run out and your hearts perish. So, that is my day 1. And I will return for day 2, hopefully soon.